Hello and welcome back to the Kerbal Space Ram 0.23 Stock Science Division. We're going to start off, of course, by researching something. But before I continue, you may have wondered why I am doing this when 0.23.5 came out. What the heck? Why am I still doing this? This is an old series. Didn't I abandon this? Well, no. What happened was a small part due to me being lazy, a small part, well, a little bit bigger part due to me being legitimately busy, and then a large part due to me getting hit by a car. I never went to finish this. I had recorded this footage a long time back and never finished recording it. No, editing it to post. And so, here we are. You might have noticed I am building what is called the SF3 in the background. And the SF3 was based heavily off of the RB1, and is called the Science Frog 3, that's what SF stands for. And it's taking the same technology that was guaranteeing Bill's safe return from the moon to Minmus. If you don't remember from last time, we stranded Bill on the moon and then had to go rescue him. And now we're going with Gregfin Kerman here, launching into orbit. We're gonna go to Minmus to land, do some science, and return, of course. Now, one quick thing I forgot to mention is that the point of this is I'm just getting rid of this final little bit of footage from the previous missions, and then I'm going to update this save to 20.23.5, and then continue the series there, where we will continue to get some science enough to unlock some new stuff, and then hopefully go asteroid hunting, because asteroids are in the game, and they're cool and stuff, and I haven't seen them yet, and I want to see them. And speaking of, that reminds me, I'm also going to try starting a new series that is going to, I guess, partially run a little bit alongside this one before I finish this one, and then continue on just the other. The other one is going to be a modded series. I'm going to run Kerbal Space Ram 0.23.5 with a whole ton of mods. I currently have, I think, like 20 or 30 mods installed, and it runs at like 2.5 gigabytes of RAM usage because I'm using texture reduction stuff on them, which is the most brilliant mod ever, by the way, because without it I couldn't run half of what I'm running, and it's still got room to put more in. I might actually install some big parts packs, but I'm not sure if I will. I need to check if I can get a mod working with it that allows me to organize parts. And now, to interrupt that past me, as you can see, we are landing now on Minmus, on the transfer stage, because this rocket is way over-designed. And I flew it really badly, I think. I don't really remember, but I'm pretty sure I was very inefficient with it. Can't wait till we get money, which is supposedly coming in the 0.24 update, I believe, because once we get money, it'll make things like this a lot more difficult. Of course, now it's time to plant a flag, and we're going to call this one the SF3 Landing Site 1, of course. Someone over to sign my transfer stage. Because of them, I had to land on the damn thing and leave 3 empty tanks in orbit of Minmus. I guess those will have to be cleaned up at some point later. So, now that we've created the flag, we're going to create it again, because I made a mistake with writing it or something. I don't really remember, because this was such a long time ago. After that, we're going to get back in the ship and take it to another biome, since Minmus has biomes. I remember that was a big deal when I recorded this. It was amazing that we had biomes to go travel to. And of course, because this thing was over-engineered as heck, it is just a slow orbital hop over, and I had to reload the save something again. I don't even know. I had this happen twice in this mission. I don't remember what caused it, but anyhow, as you can see, we're basically heading for the Salt Lake. I am not sure what other biomes there are on Minmus, which is, I just know that there's the Highlands or Midlands, whatever that one was, and I know that there's the lakes, and I'll have to learn what the other ones are later. But for now, we are landing and planting a flag. After all that science up on the mountain, I decided to come see if I could get a better result down here, according to Gregfin Kerman. Returning to the Space Center, I decided to leave that ship there. We're going to go launch the Desert Explorer 1, which was designed to take us into the dry sands to see if we could uncover any deserts. Oh, get some science out of a desert. That is the goal of this mission. And as you can see, I am abusing that old, once new feature of adjustable SRB thrust to allow those SRBs to last much longer than they did. So, that has made this orbital hop possible. And now that we are landing in the desert, we must stage and slow down and stuff, because, you know, you don't want to crash into the... Why am I doing that accent? I don't even know what I'm doing anymore. And on that landing, and me going slightly insane editing really old footage, we are now at the... Whoops, I just knocked over a cup. You didn't hear that. We're at the desert anyhow, and after a little tumble out of the capsule, it is time to plant a flag. We were hoping to find desserts hiding in the deserts. Instead, we found that messing with the materials bay while flying would have gotten us more science than this landing did. Which is unfortunate, because now we have less science than we wanted. That is okay though. Next, it is time to design the Low Kerbin Radical Orbital Science Station, also known as LKROSS, LKROSS. This program is invented to make a station. Well, you know, because we have docking ports now, which is a great thing. And so we're going to launch a very small vessel into low Kerbin orbit with a docking port. At least that's the idea. But as you might have noticed, we're having to get out and push while we're not even above 60 kilometers up, which means this attempt looks like it's pretty much doomed to fail. Unfortunately, the LKROSS 1 was not successful. However, we did get a landing site, and so we have a nice little landing site flag. Seeing as the goal of this program was to make a space station, I find it kind of strange that I end up landing instead of docking. And after that, it's time to add more boosters, because after the embarrassing failure of the LKROSS 1, the LKROSS 2 knew that the only way to succeed was more boosters. And this is it, the final launch and final success for my 0.23 stock science division. We now have a small vessel in low Kerbin orbit with a docking port, and now with the update to 0.23.5, which I almost messed up saying, I did kind of mess up saying, we are going to launch more vessels and do more things, and get an asteroid claw at some point and go after some asteroids. It should be fun. Stick around.